Working with Holcroft for the next session to modify that deadline or just one.
Ready, Tabby?
Yes.
Okay, good. Hey, welcome everybody to the Sarpy County Board of Equalization Days, Tuesday, June 16, 2026 is 3 p.m. A copy of the Nebraska Open Meeting Act rules are on the north wall of the boardroom. Anyone wishing to speak during open public comment or on any specific agenda item, we'd ask you to let our county clerk, Tabby Belushi, sitting right here to my left, and then maybe state your name and address for the record. And we actually encourage you to participate if you feel the need. If you haven't already, put your cell phones on silent. That's a good reminder to me. And we got all 5 board members here today, our county administrator, Bonnie Moore, our assessor, Dan Pittman, our treasurer, Jeff Mikesell, and Tabby Belushi, representing the clerk's office, running the meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Anybody wish to come forward and address the Board of Equalization? Okay, then we'll get right to our consent agenda, 3 items.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Burmeister, second by Commissioner Klug. Any discussion or questions? Please vote.
Motion passed.
Okay, on the regular agenda, we only have 2 items. The first one's tax corrections, 17956 through 17961. Does anyone on the board have questions for our assessor, Dan Pittman? Motion?
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Klug. Any further discussion? Please vote.
Motion passed.
Item 6.2 is a notice of valuation changes, clerical orders. There's 20 of them. Dan, did you want to add any amplifying information on these?
There'll be a couple weeks worth of these and then a couple Tuesdays worth of these. And every time you approve them, the taxpayer is going to get a new change evaluation notice and they'll have a chance to protest that new value if they wish.
And they got like a month or something to do that, or?
Yes, a month.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions for Dan?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Klug, second by Commissioner Burmaster. Please vote.
Motion passed.
Okay, no need for an executive session, so all agenda items have been addressed as published, and the Board of Equalization is adjourned. Okay, welcome to the Sarpy County Board of Commissioners meeting. Today's Tuesday, June 16, 2026. It's 3:03 p.m. The Nebraska Open Meeting Act rules on the north wall of the boardroom and the public comments are the same as they were for the Board of Equalization. In attendance today, we have all 5 commissioners, our county administrator, and our county clerks also present. Anybody from the public wish to come forward? Okay, commissioners' comments or announcements? Commissioner Klug?
None, thank you.
None, thank you.
Okay, none.
None.
No comments, thank you.
Okay, well, as we speed along, we're right to the consent agenda here with, looks like 6 items for approval, unless anybody wants to see one of those moved to the regular agenda, take a motion.
Like to see item number 5.6 removed to the regular agenda.
Okay. I have an amended motion to approve the consent agenda minus 5.6. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, a second by Commissioner Klug. Any further discussion? Please vote.
Motion passed.
Okay, item 5.6 is Resolution 2026-167. It denies a request to be a designating bank, capital stock financial institution, or qualifying mutual financial institution located within the county as a depository for county funds for F&M Bank. Jeff Mikesell, Treasurer.
So I had gotten hold of Jeff this week and asked him what was going on here because it's very unusual that you would put something on the agenda and request it to be denied. So I thought it'd just be easy for you to explain what's going on, and we'll all be on the same page that way.
Sure. By statute, I'm required to forward to the board for consideration Colin, any application we have from a qualifying bank. So that's what this is.
So this is, there was a qualifying bank?
F&M.
Oh, okay. And so I guess I'm still not clear on why we're denying the request. And specifically, it's that request for F&M.
This is a,
It's not a general all depositors, it's just specifically for this one?
right, we had one application, it was F&M. It's a matter of need. Per an email conversation we had, we're in a sweet spot right now. Every bank we have fits a need. We are properly serviced, we're well served.
So you're
Another
gonna,
bank would add more workload, and there was a thought about competing rates, having more bidders would drive better rates. That's a solid concept, but it doesn't really work like that
yeah,
because we have,
it does. I mean, every time I have a CD of any significance that comes available, I go shop it. And if it's my bank is not the high bidder, I go with whoever's got the most. As you know, interest rate's cyclical, and banks have demands at different times for money. So they're buying money.
as I was saying, it's a great concept, but we have NPAIT to fall back on. They scour the nation for the best rates, and we have the bulk of our money with them because of that.
So then is NPAIT excluded because they're not they go outside the state, and they're also not located in Sarpy County?
I didn't hear the first part.
So NPAIT goes outside of the state for bids
Nationwide.
and sales, and they're not an in Sarpy County institution.
It's a statewide, every county uses NPAIT. This just falls back to a matter of need. We don't have a need for a bank.
Can I just make a comment here? I mean, this is almost anti-capitalism, okay? I mean, the way capitalism and the free market society is supposed to work is the more competitors you have, the cheaper things get. You know, when I bought my first flat screen TV, it was like $3,500. Now I can get one for $200 at Kmart. And why? Because a lot more competitors came into the market, and the prices were driven down. So just from my perspective only, if we're going to open it up to, why, I mean, I just don't understand why we would single one bank out and say, no, you can't play. If we want to encourage all Sarpy County, just because they're included in the organizations that we may use doesn't mean we have to use them.
That's correct.
But why would we deny them the chance to even enter the game?
Well, they're in the game. They're being considered by me. They're being
Well, how do you
considered
know
by
what you need? You know, the market rates change every 3 months or even less.
I understand.
And right now, interest rates are probably going to start dropping like a rock, and maybe they'll be the most competitive bidder 4 months from now. But if we exclude them, how would we even know? It makes no sense to me from a fairness standpoint, one. And, you know, and all due respect, Jeff, I don't care what the workload is on your staff. I care what's the best deal for the taxpayers of Sarpy County. And I think if we exclude people just arbitrarily like this, we're doing a disservice not only to that bank, but to our taxpayers. It makes no sense to me.
There's nothing arbitrary about it. It falls down to the level of, do we need another bank? And the treasurer's office does not need another bank.
How do you know
Well,
what you need?
Well, wait. Well, let's get something straight here. Bank accounts are one thing, okay? I think we're talking about CDs and investing the excess money.
Market CDs,
And I know
yes.
you market CDs, but you can go to any bank and get a CD. You don't have to have anything else. I understand all of the accounts where we have checking accounts and that. You can't be shopping that. That would just drive everybody nuts. But the excess money for rates for the market, I don't see where, and everybody likes to keep it within Sarpy County, but is that the best thing? You know, that's the question I think we're asking. What's the best that we can do for our taxpayers? What's the best rate we can get? And I know NPATE does a wonderful job, I get that, but there's also other ones. And I think the Commissioner Kelly's comment, we don't know what tomorrow brings or 3 months or whatever. Things change, and to deny some bank and then go back later and say, oh, well, now we want to do business with you because it looks better. I just think for the market CDs, I don't think there should be any kind of restriction. You know, we should be shopping the best ones.
Let me ask a couple questions. So if this is a proposal to be a bidder, right? Is that what this is?
It's a part of their inclusion into our club of banks, our roster of banks. They would, as a part of that, be bidding for rates.
Okay. So you, just because if this request were approved, wouldn't necessarily mean that money was in that bank for Sarpy County or investments were made there. Is that accurate?
Right.
Okay, just trying to understand how it works. And what you're saying is having too many banks is more work for your staff. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Okay. I guess to me, you know, I complain sometimes in these meetings that we don't have enough bidders on things because I like it to be more competitive, mainly because it's the only way I can figure out if we're getting a good deal. So I don't see any negative to having the bank be able to bid on things without that added information. It's kind of hard to know if you're getting the best rate. You can make decisions based on which ones and what things are before you without impacting your staff if this is approved, right?
Right.
Okay, thanks, appreciate it.
Any other questions? Okay,
These rates, it's what I do. I track this stuff daily. We have our money where it needs to go. Any excess goes to NPATE, who generally has the best rates anyway, generally. I'm not running, so I can, I'll say this. Since I took office, our investment income has gone from $1 to $2 million a year to $10 million the last 2 years. We're going to be that short, which annoys me, this fiscal year. But I'm showing that we're watching rates, we're investing properly, and we're getting a return for the citizens of the county.
yeah, and Jeff, I don't think anyone doubts that you guys aren't doing your due diligence and have done some good investing on behalf of the county, but it makes no sense to me that you would limit your selection pool arbitrarily like that. I mean, I don't see any upside to that at all, and especially for a Sarpy County bank. You know what? If they want the business, they'll be competitive. That's just how the market works.
I hear you. I object to your word arbitrarily. It's not arbitrary. It's a need and it's a workload. What's
It feels like patronage to me, though,
I just
Jeff.
don't see the incremental advantage.
It feels like patronage to me. Because it makes no sense at all. You don't know what they're going to even offer because you're going to exclude them from the competition.
Bank rates are within 15 basis points of each other on any given month.
Right. So why are we picking winners and losers in the county?
As I said initially, it's based on need. All of our needs are met by the roster
Whose
we have in
needs?
place.
Your staff's needs or the county's needs?
Well, the county's needs, we have, each
Okay.
bank is responsible for a certain identified pile of money. We have it spread appropriately for our
Right.
roster.
But I don't know, maybe I'm being too nuanced here, but the point I'm trying to make is things change, okay? So if you exclude somebody from even being in the selection pool and things change, somebody could raise their market rates or their interest rates or their CD rates or whatever, and it will still meet the needs of everything we need in the county, but it may not be the best deal. Does that make sense?
I hear you.
Okay. So you hear me, but you don't agree with me.
I agree with the concept.
Okay,
We don't currently have a need for another bank to service our needs.
right. Well, I understand that part of it.
That's where I'm coming from.
I mean, we don't need 50 banks, but why would we exclude any of them? That's my point.
Well, what is
Especially if they reside and doing business in Sarpy County.
what is that number? I've decided that number is currently 7.
I don't know
If we
what
get
that
more
number is.
projects, more needs, we'll reattack that issue.
Yeah, I probably do things different, but if I have a CD that comes up, first thing I do is I go to the internet and I shop to see who's got the best rate. Now, whether they're my bank or whether they're a bank that's not in Sarpy County, I put my money, even if it's 15 percentage points, I move my money. It's pure and simple. And
We do the same thing.
but you don't, because there's possibility that a bank may be higher because of the needs of that particular bank. It's like loaves of bread. They'll go out and,
And when that happens, we move our money. If Access
But you
beats
won't move
Core,
it- you
beats
won't move it to
First
these guys.
National,
you won't move it to these guys because they're not qualified. I mean, if F&M comes out with an unbelievable rate, they're not one of your banks.
understood.
That's my point.
At our level of investing, I've not seen that yet. Right, nobody knocks it out of the park. They're all really tightly bound. And if anyone does
Well,
and bids
maybe
on it,
maybe if they're new, there are other people out there that were digging for money. Maybe that would knock everything out of the park. I'm with Don. I'm a capitalism guy, and it looks like for some reason we're picking winners and losers.
And it,
say
to me, Jeff, look, we're a AAA bond rated, financially solvent. We're not a bunch of deadbeats here. There's no risk loaning money or doing business with the county because we always pay our bills 100% of the time. So if I'm a banker or I'm trying to get some business from the county, then I'm going to give them preferred rates because they're a great customer. I think Commissioner Warren's onto something. I think it will make the market more competitive and will drive better rates for us in the long run. I mean, I don't know that for sure, but it just seems like it would because that's how it works everywhere else in the economy. Yeah, that's just market-based competition. And if you got two businesses side by side and one's selling gas for, $3.50, but the guy next to him selling it for $3.25, where are you going to pull your car up to? Well, maybe the guy that's selling it for $3.50 meets my needs, but I don't care because the guy selling it for $3.25 meets my needs cheaper. So I'm going there. I don't know. I'm probably oversimplifying it, but I just don't
I
get
think
it.
you've made your point. Hopefully that I've made mine. So
May I ask just a couple questions real quick, if I may? How many banks do you have on your approved list?
7,
7. Okay, so this would be the 8th.
yes.
And then you mentioned staff time. So what is the additional staff time of adding one more bank?
Additional reconciliations, additional paperwork.
That's if they're added, if we actually have funds in that bank, but just adding it to the list of potential approved banks what staff time does that require?
Every month we have new funds and we bid out monthly for the best rates and we invest accordingly.
Okay, and then do you have like standard operating procedures with evaluation criteria for which banks are on the approved list or on the recommended for disapproval? how do you decide that? Do you have some objective criteria that you use to decide that this bank shouldn't be on the list?
Based within the county and needs of the office.
But
needs
is
of the
that,
county.
do you have like an SOP on that, or is that codified anywhere, like in the treasurer's office policy?
Not specifically
Okay.
like you're asking.
Thank you.
So one last question. What happens if we deny your motion here, your resolution here?
If we deny
We
my,
approve it.
If we approve it? Yeah,
then
what
they'll be added
happens?
to the roster and we'll march forth accordingly.
If we approve it, they'll be added, and if we deny it, they won't be?
Right.
Is that right? So the resolution calls for us to deny the request.
That's my recommendation.
So if we agree with that, that would be a 4 vote, right? And then they would not be added, correct? And if we disapprove that, they will be added.
They will be included.
Okay.
If we approve it, they'll be denied. If I change the motion, and I'll do this, and say simply that we approve the request.
Well, I think a no vote does the same thing. Am I correct, Jeff?
That gets confusing to me because I want to vote yes on that.
It'd be a motion to disapprove the request and approve F&M as a bank. Kayla, is that?
Is that right? Did you hear that?
Whatever she said.
I'll second it.
Okay. I have a motion by Commissioner Warren and a second by Commissioner Burmeister.
So
And just for, I'll err on the side of capitalism every vote.
So we voting to allow?
Yeah, it's an amended motion,
yeah.
and could you summarize it, please, Kayla? Just to make sure there's no confusion.
So you're denying the treasurer's requested relief, which is to deny the application to add the bank to the list. And in turn, you're approving the bank's request to be added.
And that would be by a yes vote.
It depends on which way you phrase your motion. So if we are making a motion to approve the bank and add them to the list, that would be a yes vote.
Okay, let's do that one.
Okay,
That's clear. for me.
Okay.
so is that the motion?
Yes.
Okay, and then you want to second that?
Sure.
Okay, so I have an amended motion by Commissioner Warren and a second by Commissioner Burmeister. Any further discussion or questions? Please vote.
Motion passed.
Okay, on the item 6.1 is the salaries, Resolution 165 salary schedules for non-union, unclassified, and classified employees, deputy county attorneys, and assistant public defenders for fiscal year 2027. Jody Riddell, Human Resources Director.
Commissioners, the FY26 salary schedule for non-union employees expires on June 30th. The attached salary schedules are for fiscal year 2027 and include a 3% salary increase for all the non-represented groups, which is classified, unclassified attorneys, and public defenders.
Okay?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Okay, a motion by Commissioner Klug and a second by Commissioner Warren to approve Resolution 165. Any further discussion? Please vote.
Motion passed.
Okay, 6.2, and the last item today on the regular agenda is Resolution 158, 2026 revisions for the classified and unclassified personnel policies. Jody.
Commissioners, before you, you have the updated classified and unclassified policies. These are the updates these are the first updates that you'll see every year as HR will do a yearly review of our policies. And these policies should look very similar to the policies you approved last August. The vast majority of the changes were editorial in nature. There are 2 new policies that have been added to codify standing county practice for which there is no explicit policy. These are the uniform allowance and local mileage reimbursement policies. A few other changes just to highlight. We updated the hiring policy so that hiring managers and subject matter experts will attend an HR training on best practices and expectations before they score applicant packages. We've updated the discipline policy to delineate the amount of time that disciplinary actions remain active for the purposes of progressive discipline. And we've also clarified in the compensation policy that out-of-class pay should be for budgeted positions, and the employee should be doing all the essential functions of the job for which they're receiving out-of-class pay. As is required by statute, the classified policies have been reviewed by the Employee Advisory Board, the Management Advisory Board, and reviewed and approved by the Personnel Policy Board. I'm happy to answer any questions on the policies before you.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Klug. Just one request. I mean, it's like 200 pages. It's a great document. But it would really help, I think, the board if, like, we could get a track change, you know? Did we get that or no? I can't remember. Did we? I went through it. I didn't see it, but they were in red, track changes. Yeah, okay. Well, that's perfect then. Thank you for doing that.
Of course.
Please vote.
Motion passed.
Okay, we don't have any need any longer for an executive session. So all agenda items have been addressed as published, and the Board of Commissioners is adjourned.